I'm here with Prika Nervosa to talk about the upcoming new record, Slave Machine, out April 3rd on Napalm Records. Always a pleasure to see you. How are things going with you?
Oh, good. Thank you so much for open the doors for me to talk about our new album again. Yes,
Oh,
thank you for this opportunity.
it's my pleasure, my pleasure. So let's start off with the vocals. This is the second record for you on vocals. How was this album different than the previous record? Was it less pressure, more pressure?
Was completely different. It was like in a way better situation, let's say, because on Jailbreak, I was just becoming a singer in a while that I was recording the album. And everything that I did in that album, it was like without to know if I really could sing and play everything, if my voice would last, if I would survive, if everything is gonna work. So there was a lot of pressure, a lot of fear, feelings back in time, and now it's completely different. After 3 years touring a lot, like all around the world, uh, I saw like the fans really like it. Me on vocals, everything worked really well, and I have my experience. I know what I can do with my voice. I know that my voice is not gonna disappear. I know my limits and everything. And also, I study a lot of vocal things, so my vocals are totally different. The way that I sing, and I felt super excited to record this album, super relaxed, and it was very enjoyable process recording this album. And yeah, I'm super happy.
You kind of touched on something that I was going to ask you next, which was in terms of your vocals, did you improve a lot because you had to sing live, or did you improve a lot because you had to sing live, but you also worked on them outside of that?
Both, because when I recorded Jailbreak, I didn't have muscles enough. Because for this kind of technique to sing metal, you need muscles. And when I say muscles, it's muscles on the neck, on the throat, on the lungs, everything, diaphragm. And I just had like 2 months to learn and make everything and compose an album, write lyrics, make vocal lines, guitars, and solos, and everything. So, but yeah, after tour a lot, I built this muscle slowly, tour by tour, and also it was like getting very interesting. I was feeling really happy to be a singer. When everything starts, I start to relieve my anxiety. Like it was so natural for me to go on stage and play and sing that I was freaked out. I said, like, what's going on? It's been so easy. How is possible? I was not believing, like, what's going on? I was crazy. I said, why I was so scared then? it, it was very natural for me. Actually, it's because I was already back in vocals and playing guitar for all long life of Nervosa, and it's just like have more resistance to be able to do for an hour, 2 hours these things. And this is I created on the road, and also I studied some stuff because I was feeling very inspired by this feeling, and that's why I try different vocals on this new album. And yeah, I study a bit. I don't have so much time to study so much because we are on the road all the time, and vocals has a limit. I need my time to rest to recover my vocals after tours, example. But I can study with my mind, and in a few breaks that we have, I can practice a bit. But yeah, it's everything that I could do in these 3 years, let's say.
I got to tell you in person that, well, not in person because we're not sitting in the same room, but we're talking to one another. So I got to
Face to
say that,
face.
when the new single came out, we obviously checked it out on the channel. We were blown away. Like, what a fucking great song to start off the announcement of a new album. Like, if you're gonna pick a first single, I was like, wow, this song absolutely kicks ass. I love it. So for those that haven't heard the record, how much of this song paints a picture of what the rest of the album is going to be like?
The album's a bit different in some parts because since our last 2 albums before, we like how can I say, different songs. Like base always will be thrash metal, but we like to mix other kind of music. But what you can expect for sure, it's a very melodic album, but not in the terms of Jailbreak, because Jailbreak was more trash with heavy metal. This new album is still very trash, but with more groove and more melodies, but dark melodies. And yes, you will find the vocals, different vocals, clean vocals in the background, distorted, raspy vocals, different kind of vocals, and a lot of melody in the vocals on guitars. And also we have a new single coming out next week, and this song has something really special for a bass. And yeah, it's more brutal,
Yeah,
gritty,
I thought
and dark
this
melodies.
this first single, you mentioned darkness. It sounds darker than anything on Jailbreak for sure, but it also sounds heavier. Even though it has a lot
Yes.
of guitar melodies, it sounds heavier.
Yeah, I think it's because of the drums as well. We have the same team. This is the first time in the history of Nervosa that we have the same lineup working twice in an album. It's something crazy because every album in the beginning we were changing the drummer, and then we have the whole lineup change, then we have the whole lineup change again. But now is the first time that we have exactly the same lineup working together. So, and I think we gave more space, and Micaela also, the drummer, was feeling more inspired to bring ideas to Nervosa. And because on Jailbreak, me and Elena, we were giving a lot of ideas for drums. So compose some stuff here and there. But this time we decided to not go there and leave everything in the drummer hands because they have the vision. They know maybe some details here and there, but Micaela brought all of her modern influences because she is belonged to the prog and groove metal, you know. Before maybe she was not feeling that would fit because we were very traditional thrash metal, and also Jailbreak was harder for her to put in her stuff because it was very old school in many ways. But this new album, we have a lot of modern things there, keeping our roots being an old school band, but also we're more open for that. So that's why I think it's a bit heavier. The riffs are a bit darker, and the drums are more groovy and at the point like all the modern bands are doing nowadays.
Yeah, it gives the songs more size. I mean, you mentioned Helena. How is it working with her? Like, how is that partnership for you? Having someone like her, incredible guitar player, you're an incredible guitar player. So now you know, how has that partnership has worked?
It's my biggest partner in music all times, I have to say. Are you listening to me?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, it's just because you freeze it for a moment,
It froze a
sorry.
little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And she's my biggest partner in music so far. And I think that's why Nervosa took so long time to have another guitarist because guitars many times they play the same. My way of playing guitar is very specific because I never studied guitar or music. So everything that I play, that I compose, it's very intuitive, you know. And since we talked for the very first time for she to join Nervosa, which was in March of 2021, right after we released the Perpetual Chaos, so our talking was very matching how we see music, how we want to compose it and everything. So in all of these years, after two albums, basically, we improved a lot. And Elena is not only a really good guitar player, like playing, but also composing. She's a brilliant and a complete musician. And that is a great thing. So easy to work with her because she always brings very nice ideas. I have my way also, my vibes and the things to keep it in Nervosa, of course. And she respected this a lot and like and want. And yes, we are really true friends. Like when we are not working, we are having fun. Can be every day, you know. And I think that's just make everything sounds more true, you know.
Is Martin the sixth member of Nervosa at this point in time?
Kind of. He's an important piece of Nervosa history. And the reason for we keep him working with us is because he respects what the band is. Like the style, what we want, and what we want to reach as well. And he not only respect, but he help us to go there. You know, like he knows how to inspire us, how to take the best from us in a nice way. And yes, he knows how to transform all our ideas in a better thing. You know, so he's not composing any riffs, but he's it's helping in many things like with the sometimes when we are not find a way on the extra tour like how to repeat, he's with a clean mind because we are there like overthinking for days, months, like we never find a solution to finish the song. And maybe he okay, what you like, what do you expect, what you have in mind, and he brings some references, you know. He knows how to guide us to the way, and there is no ego, no pressure, and so we feel so at home that we know for sure that we he is with to change. There is no reason to change, so we keep
Oh,
Martin with
if it
us.
ain't broke,
He's
don't fix it.
exactly, exactly.
And it worked really well on Jailbreak and is working really well on this album. I love the sound on this album. I love what you guys have done with this record. And like you mentioned, being groovier, my son really enjoys the sound on this album. The grooviness really captured his attention. I think you guys have such a great dynamic that it really comes across with the music. You know what I mean? Like it's not just a bunch of people that got together and created an album. You could feel like there's more than that. And that comes across in the way you guys created the record.
Yeah, because we like to surprise the fans as well. We are on tour all the time, playing all the time. So if we start to repeat everything that we did, it's a start to lose the grace, you
Hmm.
know, for who is listening, for who is playing. So we always want to challenge ourselves as well, like let's put more melody. And that's, for example, it's been very hard. I have to say, like the hardest song to sing and play is a Slave Machine, mainly for the verse because it's very melodic and basically I have to make a solo and sing in a different way. It's possible I can do it, but it's demanding mounts for me to reach the level. Also, I have to change the techniques, of course, but it's been something that's it's bring us to another level. And every time that we are in another level, we can bring it more different things and surprise our fans, being ourselves.
You mentioned Slave Machine being a difficult song. Is there one that you really enjoy playing? Maybe not being difficult at all, but one that, it doesn't matter if we have a 30-minute set, 45-minute set, an hour and a half. We need to play this song because I absolutely love this riff and this track needs to be on the set list.
Play Machine is very enjoyable song to play, but it's a bit of challenge. So in some parts I cannot enjoy that much. Not for now, at least. Maybe after some years and many tours, when you really get 100% used. Uh, but I love to play the song "You Are Not a Hero" because it's a very groovy, aggressive, and easy song to play. But the groove it makes you feel complete. It's very nice. And also, I like Ghost Notes. Ghost Notes is very dark and brutal song, and very groovy as well, and easy. I don't even need to see what I'm playing. It's very nice when this happens.
It's just muscle memory.
And it's because it's easy as well. So when it's very, very easy, I can enjoy more. And then I can connect more with the fans because I can look at everybody, I'm not dividing my attention to see something. It's independent, it's there, going alone.
You're just enjoying the moment. You mentioned you guys have been touring a lot. You guys have been super busy. Does that make it more difficult to find the time, and maybe even the inspiration to a certain degree to write a new record like this?
I think I find more inspiration when I am on the road. And I will explain why. Because when I'm not on the road, it's where I most work. When we are not on the road, I'm planning all the tours. I'm making a lot of meetings. I'm preparing all the payments and bureaucracies and invoices and counts and all of this shit merchandise. So I'm freaking out when I'm not on tour. When I'm on tour, it's a time to enjoy. Say, I worked very hard for this one to happen. And then seeing other musicians and talking with other musicians, it inspires you a lot. So I wrote most part of the lyrics during the tour. So for me, because I think each person works in a different way, and of course we worked a lot last year. And but if you are very organized, if you plan everything, you have time to do everything. Like be a musician, very busy musician, rest, enjoy, and keep you working in the gaps for something in the future. But was something that we planned a year before. So we sit down, we make a schedule, and we really forward and follow of these things.
Will this, I mean, you guys were in North America last year, but now you have a new record coming out. Are you guys planning to come back at some point in time in 2026, or you think it's going to be probably in 2027?
We are working very hard to come back to US very soon, probably this year. Uh, the visa things is always a problem because we need a lot of time in advance. And we are having some offers, but we also have to study because tour costs is being insane for all of the bands. And but yeah, we took a small break now to invest our time on the promotions of this new album because also we want to give it to the fans many contents that we always promised but we never could deliver because we were busy and on tour. So we have these months now a bit stopped. So we are rehearsing, making rehearsals a lot, and organizing more the things uh, logistically and how the things is gonna work on stage. As a music, we want to bring some surprises, some different things as well, and this is involved to study all together. But yes, we have a plans. We have big plans, to be honest. That's why we are preparing ourselves, and I hope all of these plans happens. So plans for US this year we have.
Well, that's exciting for us here on this side of the Atlantic. We look forward to seeing you guys come back and play some shows here. I'm super excited for this record. I mean, I thought Jailbreak was phenomenal. It's definitely one of my favorite albums that the band has ever released, but I think this one surpasses that one. I think this is even a better record. And to see you guys at this point in time in your career still releasing albums that are better than the previous record instead of just like, oh, let's just do another thrash metal album. I think that's amazing. It just shows how hungry you guys really are and how inspired you guys really are for the music that you make.
Yeah, I think this album it's hard to say that because Jailbreak is always it's my son, daughter. But I see how we could enjoy more this new album and how we could make more. So that's why I describe it being a better album. It could be more complete.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
in many ways. And also because we are working as the same team as before, so everybody was comfortable. In that time, we were feeling the pressure for all of us. But now everything was super relaxed, and we knew that it's gonna work, and we're just enjoying. And this reflects in the album. So absolutely, this is
100%. The impression that I get from this album is that it's more natural. Almost like you guys went
it
into the
is
studio, let's jam, whatever happens, happens, and let's just kind of go with it. It has that vibe. Jailbreak sounds amazing, but you could definitely see some pressure that shaped that record. But then again, without pressure, you have no diamonds. Diamonds are made out of pressure. So you need sometimes.
exactly.
So that jailbreak is a little bit of a diamond, if you will. But this album, I honestly think you guys are going to do so well with this record. It's just a really strong album all around.
I'm super happy with your words, and thank you so much for all the support and everything, and all the reviews that you always do, like the video reactions. We like a lot to see that, and we are extremely happy and very excited to start to like to show everything that we did. You know, all the passion that we put on this record, and I cannot say anything else than happiness and excited. You know, everything that described at this moment.
It's good times for the band. Prika, thank you very much for your time today. It was a pleasure seeing you. It was a pleasure talking to you. And I'm sure we're going to see each other in person at some point in time in your next tour, or either that or at a festival or something like that. Maybe this summer at Vaken or something. I'm sure we'll see each other.
Nice. Thank you so much. And I hope to see you soon in somewhere.
Take care. All the best. Have a great day.
Bye. For you too.
Bye.